So we go to off-the-job training. For off-the-job training, it's simply talking about being trained from outside the organization. That is off-the-job training. Do you understand what off-the-job training is here? The employee, the new recruits are being trained from outside the organization, and this can be carried out by training colleges or training centers. But it is carried out by other businesses. So what are the advantages of being trained through using off-the-job? Number one, output is not affected if mistakes are made. Unlike in the on-the-job training, output is affected if a mistake is made because you have to redo it. But for off-the-job training, because you are being trained outside of the organization, whatever mistakes you make does not affect the output. Do you understand the first point, please? The second one, learning cannot be distracted by work. So because you are being trained from outside the organization, whoever trains you does not have anything to do with the operations of the business. So nobody is distracted. Do you get the point? The third one, it could be done outside the work hours. So it means we can actually arrange the training to be on weekends so that output will not be affected. Do you understand the point here?
Yes.
Is it an advantage or not?
Yes.
Is it an advantage for the organization or not?
Yes.
It is an advantage for the organization because it means the organization can actually arrange such training outside the working hours, which means it's not going to affect the output. Then what are the problems about off the job? The first one, it is expensive than on the job training. Here you have to pay the business or the training center. That means you have to pay much, and that could increase your expenses. The second one, no output because employees are not present at work. Because at that point in time that employees are going out of the organization for that training, there's not going to be any output. You understand the second point? And the last one, some aspect of work cannot be learned outside the organization. Some aspect of the work cannot be learned outside the organization, which simply means there are some things you cannot learn from outside the organization. You have to be at workplace. Maybe the company would not expose its operations to the business center because competitors might use it. So it means there are some things that you still have to learn at workplace. So there was the essence of carrying out the training from outside the organization.
Mr. Doesn't like some businesses do off the job training, like business.
Off the job, in as much as it is off the job, it is outside the organization. It's carried out by facilitators outside the organization. But most of the time, these days, businesses have their own training center. Yeah, so they have a department for training. So that means if they have a department for training, they might invite facilitators to come into the training school. Especially for banks, in Nigeria, we have our training centers. So as soon as you are being recruited, you go through this training school. In the training school, if there are going to be external facilitators, they come into the training school. So that means whatever aspect of the work that needs to be done, it has to be done in the training school. We use training school, not training center. Clear? Any question about off the job?
No.
Okay.